Tonight in Dimension, modern-day archaeology for profit.
Digging for our past as a hobby and as a business. For this story, we'll take you to the mountains of Wyoming, where two Minnesotans went recently looking for the remnants of plants and fish that have been tucked away for millions of years.
What they dig up can sometimes be sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Like any business people, they have an interest in money, but something that sets them apart is their intense interest in science. And this story tonight is, among other things, a scientific one. It is also a trip west with our photographer Rick Olson, who went along for the dig.
This mountainous country near the Utah-Wyoming border is dry as chalk. Minnesotans are here to dig into it, to uncover a period of history when things were much different. Water soaked this part of the earth 50 million years ago. 47 million years before man, plants and fish flourished. And when they died, they'd fall to the bottom. Layers of sediment covered them. One day, an eon ago, the earth changed. The water went away, but the plants and fish remained, entombed and intact in 18 inches of rock. The people who settled this part of the country and brought the railroad here learned how to dig for those remnants of our past. They even named the town they founded Fossil. It's now a ghost town. Now modern-day collectors are at it once again.
The thrill of finding something new is always there. And even when you find common fish, there's something new about them that you find. Fish eating other fish, or fish inside the stomach of another, or some peculiar position of the fins or of the fish to another. It's always fun to find something new.
No, it sits down. It is underneath. I love it.
I have a background in geology, and I work as a geologist, so the scientific significance of all this is exciting for me. But there's also money to be made. These are very popular and beautiful fish that you can very easily sell, and we do, and make some money at it, too.
Scott Wolter of Chanhassen and Tom Lindgren of Anoka have leased this land and hired a team to help them. There are signs here that this is not just a hobby, but a business. Bulldozers and power saws have replaced the shovels and chisels of yesteryear. Once the major obstacles are out of the way, they pound a long metal wedge into the rock to break loose the layers. There's anticipation in each layer. The prize, a fossil. And there's reality that they often find nothing. It's like the work of a skilled angler. They even call what they do fishing. Sometimes they come up empty. Sometimes they catch little ones. And once in a while, they catch a big one. Maybe remnants of a turtle or a palm tree. Collectors pay thousands for these. There's also a large fish called an amia, a prehistoric dogfish. That's what they're after this trip.
This is the opercular area, the gill plates. Here we have a pectoral fin. You can feel the lump where it's at. Okay. This is the lower jaw. Somewhere in this area we'll have an eye. The backbone, beginning from the back of the skull, starting in here with very large vertebrae and extending back. Gee, I'm not even sure how far that is, maybe 2 feet back before we get to the beginning of the caudal fin or the tail. So this is possibly a 4-foot fish.
But they need to see more to know what they really have. Gradually more detail, and it's apparent that this is what they're after.
Oh, you can see the whole thing. This is fantastic.
And what museums and private collectors are after as well.
They're very popular in this country. They're also very popular in the Orient and over in Europe, specifically Germany. Certainly, if you find rare pieces and you get the buyers lined up, you can make some good money. The problem is that there's a lot of overhead involved. You have to dig out the quarry, pay for bulldozing, you have to pay people to prepare them, which is a whole other story.
There is laboratory work, some in Minnesota, to clean the fossils and bring out the detail. The better they look, the better they sell. There is a seemingly endless supply of this product. Any living creature they can find, buried in that 18 inches of rock formed 50 million years ago.